In today's video, we're going to dive deep again onto Tascam Model 12 and utilize it more than its capability. I'm going to show you how to add a WAV file or sound or sample to one of your tracks, but midway into the song. Hi and welcome to my channel. If you are new here, feel free to subscribe to my channel. And if you find this video helpful, make sure you give me the thumbs up. That way it will help grow my channel. First, let me talk about what we are trying to achieve here. What we want to do is, let's say, assume we have a song on our multi-track recorder, on our SD card that we can listen to, which I'm going to play in just a moment. But what we're trying to achieve is to add a different sample, maybe a guitar solo or drum sample or some effect sound halfway through the song or through the chorus or the second verse and so on. Now there is an option. You can import WAV files onto a track through the SD card using your computer. So you can copy the file onto the SD card and then use the menu system to import. But what happens is that import feature, it puts that loop or that audio right at the beginning of the timeline, not where we want it. I'm going to demonstrate how you can achieve to record into the middle of the song where exactly you want it, so that way it works and plays correctly. Of course, once you grasp the concept of how I'm achieving this, it might open up even more creative ideas for your song recording and mixing and production. Now, this will be a little bit lengthy video because it's pretty much detailed and a little bit of process involved, because I want to go through each step. Hopefully I won't miss any. So I hope you stick around and you learn more. And if you have any comments, anything that I might have missed out, use the comment section below to let me know after watching this video. So here's the song. It only has a few tracks on there: drums, keys, bass, and 2 vocals. So let's have a listen. I think I recorded this a while back. So it's a very simple song for demonstration purposes. You see, we have drums, keys, bass, vocals, and background vocals. Love set me free. Okay. Why can't you see? What I want to do is, during the bridge part of the song, is to add some guitars. And I have a guitar loop that I've selected in my DAW, which we're going to look at in just a moment, so that I can add extra part for the song to the arrangement. I do have my track 5 empty, and that's where we want to record it. But of course, as I mentioned, using the import function in the menu system will put that loop right at the beginning of the timeline on the multi-track recorder. And sometimes it could be even hard to align. It could be, it won't be able to do it. So I hope this way you'll be able to precisely know exactly when it's going to start playing, and we're going to record that onto our track. Now for track 5, this channel 5, I have the setting on PC while all the other tracks are on the multi-track recorder. So the sound that's going to come and we're going to record here is going to be coming from the PC, from our DAW, rather than normally coming from, the line input or the analog input. Okay, and for this feature, we're going to use the auto punch in and punch out feature, so that it will come in, record at that certain time, and then punch out. Now, for this to work, the Tascam Model 12 is the master controller that is going to be sending MIDI timecode and MIDI song position into my DAW. And my DAW will be the slave just following up the clock of the Tascam Model 12. And this is pretty important because we need to time and tell our DAW exactly where part of the song the Tascam is. Now, there is an easier option. Of course, what we can do is just start recording right from the beginning that it plays. We don't have to auto punch in and auto punch out. But I want to demonstrate auto punch in and out because if you had another track or another instrument already recorded on track 5, and you just want to punch in and add the extra instrumentation to track 5 from your DAW, this way, two birds, one stone. So you're not only learning how to record from your PC onto one of the tracks, but at the same time, you are learning how auto punch works. Next, what I want to do is keep playing until I look at the time over here on the screen where the actual part that I want the guitar to start will be there. And then we'll mark that as our punch in and then the punch out. So let's continue listening.
We're not meant to be. The sky is falling on me. Love set me free. I did what I could.
Okay, that's the part that I want a guitar sound, the solo coming in. So from here, I'm going to go to the menu and I'm going to scroll down to MTR, multi-track recorder. And then the second option is auto punch. At the moment, it's off. I know you cannot see on the screen, but I hope you look at the manual and find out how that works. I'm going to click there. And here I have some timings. And I'm going to use the IO to select either input for punch in and out to punch out. So punch in. And I'm just going to scroll a little bit back on my time and have another listen, and then I can punch in and punch out right at that moment.
I gave what I had. Love set me free.
Right there. So I'm going to press, and that's my punch in. And then I'm going to select punch out, and I can leave that out, so it's just going to keep recording until I actually stop. But if you want to punch out, if you have something else on that track after the section you want to punch in and out, you can do a punch out. But for me, I'm going to leave it open because this track is empty, so it does not matter if it's going to keep recording. And I'm going to turn it on by pressing the on button, and we get an indication that there is auto punch here. Exit from there, and now on our main screen, we can actually see auto punch. Okay, so now if we press start, it's going to go, in my case, 4 seconds before that punch in time and start playing and then record that punch in time. And going to keep recording. By default, I think it's 2 seconds, but I think 2 seconds might be a little bit too short, so I've extended it to 4 seconds. So if I press play now.
Love set me free. I did what I could.
Okay, as you can see,
why can't you see?
Now the red starts flashing, indicating that we are now previewing our punch in, punch out. In this case, punch in. Okay, so when I press again, it goes back there.
I did what I could. I gave what I had. Why can't you see? Set me free.
Okay, so we've got all that sorted out. So we can preview, and so this part is working. Now punch in is ready. Next, let's go on to my DAW. In my case, I'm going to use Studio One and show you how we can set Studio One, instead of using the internal tempo and clock, to use external tempo. In this case, follow Tascam Model 12. Following me so far? I hope so. If you're happy with what are you learning, make sure you give me a thumbs up. Don't forget and share this video as well. Okay, on the screen we have Studio One. If you are using a different DAW, you need to consult your DAW's manual on how to set your DAW to use external clock. In Studio One, it's quite easy. And here I'm just going to go at the bottom here. It's called sync. And there's an off there. I'm going to click on the sync. Okay, so here we've got synchronization under the advanced menu. And I've selected MIDI timecode as Model 12 MIDI. And also MIDI machine control, Model 12 MIDI. And what we need to do is click on sync to external devices. And that's all we got to do. And we click OK. And now Studio One will follow Tascam Model 12. Now before I enable sync, at the moment I just turn it back off again, you're going to be able to see that when I press play on my Tascam Model 12, we can hear it, but the timeline is not moving over at Studio One. So if I enable that syncing, so now when I press play, just watch the timeline on the screen in Studio One and the clock going.
Love set me free.
As you can see, the timeline line there automatically synchronized and move to the correct time on the screen to be able to start playing this loop guitar that I have. So let's have a listen and see what is actually happening. Now, to be able to listen just this track, over here I have the output of that track. Instead of going to the main, it's actually going to sub 5. And in my I/O setup, outputs, you can see that my sub 5 is the output 5 of the Tascam Model 12. Okay, so instead of going the track direct to the main and then the main output listening, it's going directly to the output 5, which is track 5 of Tascam Model 12. I hope that makes sense. If not, let me know in the comment section. I'll try to explain. Now, most DAWs, you should be able to do this. If not, consult the manual. So basically, whatever is playing, that clip that's going to play on track, on the first track there, instead of going to the main, it's actually going to sub 5, or I call it sub 5, sub output 5, and that will play directly here. And it's not going to go onto the main bus. So let's have a listen and see what it sounds like. And again, when I press play, it will cue to the punch in point and start playing. It will start flashing red so we can preview it.
Love set me free. I did what I could. I gave what I had. Why can't you see? Set me free. I did what I could. I gave what I had. Why can't you see? Why can't you see? We're not meant to be. The sky is falling on me. Love set me free.
Right, so as you can hear, I hope you did, track 5, I'm listening to the audio clip coming from my DAW directly into here. Now I'm actually ready to record, so I'm going to press the record button. Okay, so I want that clip to start and be included right in here. Of course, we can go in and change the timings of things, making sure that it starts right at the right time. You can calculate that from your latency option. So if you go into Studio One options and into the audio setup, these are the latency. So I've got about 62 milliseconds or 63 milliseconds of latency because I'm using 1024 samples, which is fine. So I can adjust that timing so that I've got starting at that right time. And you can play around, you can nudge that clip so it syncs correctly. Okay, so I'm going to start and let's do some trial again. Press play.
Love set me free. I did what I could. I gave what I had. Why can't you see?
Yep, that sounds good. So we are ready to record. I'm going to press record and
Love set me free. I did what I could. I gave what I had. Why can't you see? Set me free. I did what I could.
I'm just watching my return, PC return signal. Let's get it all recorded.
Love set me free. Why can't you see?
Right, so I've got all that recorded. I'm done. So I'm going to disable that, and I'm going to put that into multi-track recorder. Okay, and let's give it a try and have a listen. So even though it's going to try to auto punch, but it does not matter. What we're going to listen to is the track on our PC. Now, on our multi-track recorder. Now, I've got indication saying that tracks 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 and 10 are all full, which is good. So 5 is being recorded now as well. So let's play.
Love set me free. I did what I could. I gave what I had. Why can't you see? Set me free. I did. Love. Why can't you see? We're not meant to be.
Okay, so just to demonstrate that it's not playing back from the PC, I'm going to turn sync off, and we can rewind that back. And let's turn auto punch in and out off as well. So off, all good. So now we rewind to just before that section and play.
Sky is falling on me.
You can see Studio One is not playing.
Set me free. I did what I could. I gave what I had. Why can't you see? Set me free. I did what I could. I gave what I had. Why can't you see? Love. Why can't you see? We're not.
Well, now the song turns out so much better, doesn't it? So now the song, it's got all that guitar, it's got all that extra, energy in it. So, and I just copied the loop. I hope this helps you out. I know it was a little bit complicated, and I tried to do as fast as I could so that it's not too long, too lengthy. As I said, if you have any questions, use the comment section below to let me know. Otherwise, that's how you can do it. So you can time it and put it in there. And of course, you can have multiple clips on multiple channels. You can punch in and out, or just simply record all the way through, however you like it, from the PC, all synchronized. Whew. Yeah, that was a long one, but I hope this gives you more creative ideas of what you can do with Tascam Model 12 with a little bit of more creativity, using your DAW, but still mixing and using Tascam Model 12. So I guess instead of having a real guitar playing the guitar on my track 5, I've got a loop that's going to play and sounds even better. So no difference. That's how you do punch in and out. If this video was helpful, as I mentioned, make sure you give me the thumbs up. As always, thanks for watching and have a great time making music. And I'll catch you in the next one. Cheerio, guys.
Sky is falling on me. Love set me